Hey guys, Sunniche here with some Heroes of the Storm action for you. And things might look a little bit different. That's because this is the replay files. And you guys can see here, we can watch both teams and see what's going on. I'm going to pause it here just for a second. I really do like, this is what I want to do with my videos more in the future, is to play less of my playthroughs and to get replays from high-level games that I can cast. See what both teams are doing, explain what's going on, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. So at the end of the cast, I will give you the email address that you can send replays to, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get it rolling. So on the blue team, we have Tychus and Nubrak, Vala, Kerrigan, and Gazlo, and on the red team, we have Nubrak, Falstad, Zeratul, Asmodan, and Kerrigan. Neither team really has a healer. We'll have to watch out for Gazlo on the blue team, see how he does in the mercenaries, taking those. So actually we are going to, right now it's being played on faster, that's why everything is happening so quickly. So I'm going to drop that down to normal, and then things will move at the regular game pace. You can see there it's way too fast. Nubrak gets out of there just right at the last second. A pretty big skirmish going on in the mid right now. I don't think either team's really going to pull off a kill. Gazlo's charging his death laser. Maybe he can bait somebody into that. We have Asmodan on the bottom lane not doing anything. Gazlo put down a couple of turrets there. Zeratul's swinging around here, hiding in the bush. Maybe he'll come out and hit Gazlo here. He's got the Billy Wonder mount going on. So he's going to spin around. Gazlo's in 3-on-1 here. He should go down immediately. So shrines are up in 30 seconds. Looks like the blue team is moving around here, trying to counter what was happening on the bottom lane. There are 4 of them there. Up at the top we have me. This is Kerrigan just against Tychus. Not much going on up here. First kill was to the enemy team. I'll leap in, pull off that combo, almost get the kill. So close. I'm pretty low on health as well. Tychus is actually hearthstoning away, which means this lane will be free and we can gather all the experience we want in that lane for a time. It's like you saw Asmodan's ability right there. He has one where he throws a giant, kind of a, I guess, an orb of power or something, and he has a really, really long range. That's one of the really cool things about Asmodan is his huge range. Looks like Nubrak's fighting Zeratul and Falstad up here. He'll go down momentarily. The red team has both dragons, but Tychus is moving in to the mid to try and stop anyone from turning in there. Looks like Gazlo is moving across. We still have a 3-on-3 going on this bottom shrine. Zeratul's moving up to try and take the dragon. With Tychus waiting here, this is a really bad idea. He's going to die immediately. Goes down almost instantly. Just gathering experience up in the top lane is Kerrigan here, is me. She's moving back. This is going to be really hard to keep track of myself when camera's not centered on me. Tychus is doing a good job of holding people off of the dragon. Looks like the blue team finally took the bottom shrine with a 4-man team. Asmodan and Nubrak are still down there, just trying to hold for a bit. Throws out that bomb and hits the 3 of them instant for some nice damage. Looks like, oh, I think I just died up there to Tychus. That was kind of embarrassing. Zeratul's going around. Maybe he can avenge me. This is going to be pretty close. We have the Singularity Strike, the Cleave, the Blink, and the Overkill. Oh man, that is painful to watch. Zeratul can't quite cover that last little distance, being slowed by but the Blink and the Cleave will finish it immediately. Red team here has the dragon. Kerrigan is coming down to try and pick it up. Bottom shrine is being fought over. Nubrak's going to stop that though, and the bottom shrine goes down anyway. So I wouldn't have been able to take the dragon. Looks like Gazlo goes down, and the bottom shrine should come back into the red team's favor. We have, just taking a sip of my herbal tea there to help my throat out. I've actually had a cold the past few days, but I still want to cast some Heroes of the Storm. And we have, the red team is still in control, but looks like Kerrigan and Nubrak are having a bit of a battle in the middle here. Top shrine is being contested by Tychus and Zeratul at the moment. Zeratul is trying to chase Tychus. Tychus is chasing Zeratul down, but I don't think he's going to be able to get him. But Zeratul can't turn around and get the kill either. Nubrak goes down for the red team in the bottom lane. You can see his body right there. Asmodan's being pushed back. Summons his little General of Hell or something along those lines. It looks like the blue team now has the shrines. Both of them. Gazlo's starting to take mercenaries, doing what he's best at. At level 7, you can see he probably has the Mercenary Lord talent. If we take a look here, he does. Anubrak has it for our team. So Anubrak might be a nice counter to Gazlo. Oh, looks like, oh, that deep tunnel gets enemy Anubrak out of there immediately. Gazlo's moving down to the bottom lane. He wants to try and take these two giants. Looks like Anubrak is taking these ones. Gazlo's gonna lose that shrine. He should be able to get these giants, though. And Zeratul will take that shrine. Once again, the red team has the Dragon Knights. I don't think... Oh, Kerrigan jumps in there and interrupts that right simultaneous with losing control of the top shrine. So mercenaries here. Siege giants moving out for red. Looks like Zeratul actually killed Gazlo on the bottom. I wish I could have seen that. If we back it up, I just want to check that out. Back it up just a second. Oh, that's a nice feature. You can see who's on the minimap and where. So it's Seek. Come on. Go, go, go. This is a really nice feature. You can see where the minimap was. Zeratul's here taking the shrine. And he's going to sneak back in here, so I want to see this. Sees what's going on. Cleaves Gazlo down. Gazlo puts down a bomb, but Zeratul gets right out of the way. Maybe. No, he still gets hit by the bomb and the death laser, but then dies to that cleave. Just right away. Vala's looking for Zeratul. That's what she wants. Zeratul goes down. Anubrak gets in there and takes the giants for the red team. Falstad is staying behind the gate here. Except Anubrak gets super aggressive and comes out. Maybe he can get something there. We have lots of mercenaries pushing for the blue team up at the top along with Tychus. He hasn't really left that lane at all. Let's see. Bottom lane, the red team is crushing with four siege giants. And Vala moving in. Looks like Anubrak and Asmodan are being pushed back. Slightly. Kerrigan comes in, pulls off a Primal Grasp. Impaling Blades doesn't actually hit anyone. But those four giants are not going to do the amount of damage that they could have if the red team had been a little bit more proactive in getting there. So they take that shrine back. Top shrine still belongs to red at this point. Kerrigan's over here picking up these mercenaries, using her Zerglings to draw some of the fire, draw some of the damage. It's like Tychus is heading straight for that top shrine. Try to take that. I believe the blue team is wanting to go for a Dragon Knight. Both teams have their ultimates. Neither one's really pushed too much of an advantage. Red has 6 kills to 5 kills. So, all things considered, pretty even game. Looks like Anubrak will get up there and stop Tychus from taking that shrine right at the last second. Maybe with overkill, although with Kerrigan coming in, I don't know if there's much Anubrak can do to survive. He does have his ultimate going off. You can see the little flies flying around his head. But now we have Zeratul, and that Void Prism actually allowed the enemy team, or allowed the red. That Void Prism allowed the blue team to catch up to the red team, and ended up with lots of kills on both sides. I think we lost 2 people on each side. Anubrak's about to go down. Let's see, where is red Anubrak? He's over there. He got out. Zeratul is right here, going back towards the middle. Unless Gazlo can take this bottom shrine, Zeratul should have that, except Vala's going to interrupt the turn-in, interrupt the capture. There's nothing that... Volstead flies in there. Zeratul's backing out. Maybe with the 2 of them they can force something to happen, although in the bottom lane, looks like Gazlo is going down on the bottom lane, just died to Asmodan, but Kerrigan moves in there immediately. Maybe if they start turning this dragon, it's going to be pretty close on which happens first, the shrine or the dragon. The dragon happens first. And the red team secures the first dragon of this game. 7 minutes in. Quite a late dragon. Hopefully they can give some support. Looks like the 2 Kerrigans are dueling it out here on the bottom lane. Hopefully something can happen here for the red team. If they support this dragon, they'll be able to do quite a bit of damage. Everyone on the blue team is up and at full health for the most part, whereas the red team, Falstead's a little down, Kerrigan's a little... wait, that is the blue team's Kerrigan. Kerrigan is full health, but Zeratul is about half health. Falstead is... I'm not really sure where he is. Oh, he's in the dragon. That's why I can't see him. So the blue team has forced the red team back. Looks like we have an overkill going off here with Tychus trying to pull off some damage. Asmodan and Kerrigan are coming around. Kerrigan has separated herself from the rest of the team. I think she's going to die. No, she might. Yeah, there she goes. She died almost immediately. Separating herself from the rest of the team probably wasn't a good call. And this game has started to swing into the red team's favor quite heavily, actually. 12 kills to 8 kills now. It looks like we have... looks like Gazlo's going for a Merc camp up top. But this is really, really risky for him to do with the red team so close. Looks like Kerrigan gets a read on it, goes in there, and steals the Knights unless Gazlo can get back up and secure those. No, he can't. Does not get there in time. You can see a Nubrak here putting Asmodan in the web. So both teams do have the new heroes on their team. It's like the red team needs to get out of there. Red team just lost Vala. They are all extremely low on health. But the blue team has 3 down. So I'll take actual dead people to almost dead people any day of the week. It's like Asmodan's trying to move in there and secure something. Or Nubrak, excuse me. Taking down that fort. See, this fort is out of ammo, so it cannot actually do much to push these guys back. You'll see it fire a shot every about 10 seconds or so. That's when it reloads a little bit. It's like Falstad picked up some giants on the bottom for the red team. Zeratul's moving around to pick up these ones. So it's like red team's Kerrigan just died. Asmodan is trying to get back here. I don't think he's going to get away. It's 3-on-1 for him. And the web is going to seal the deal. He's going to... As soon as that web comes up, he's going to die. Kerrigan mistimes the impaling strike, though. It doesn't actually get the kill off. It's like Falstad is swinging around as with Zeratul. And Nubrak is moving down here to these mercenaries. Vala is moving up, trying to push back these couple of giants right here. Looks like Kerrigan goes down for the blue team. But there's still only 2 red team members up at the moment. They don't have that big of a lead. If we go over here and we check out... If we look at the stats, you'll see hero damage Vala doing a decent amount. Zeratul for the blue team doing a decent amount there. Nobody's really dominating. Pretty evenly distributed hero damage on across the whole team. Same with healing for the most part, since neither team has a support. That's to be expected. Zeratul and Nubrak are dueling here in the middle, although Vala's going to come in and end that pretty quickly. Strafe is going to... Oh, the Void Prism! Oh, Zeratul with the Void Prism and the double Singularity Strike. Oh, wow. That, I did not know that worked like that. Zeratul froze Vala mid-strafe with the Void Prism, and when she came out of it, she was still in the Void Prism. That's really cool. It looks like Zeratul almost goes down. Tychus summons the Odin, and they've changed the skin a little bit so that the Odin is now infested if you have the infested Tychus skin. Looks like our 2 Kerrigans are having a bit of a duel down here. Red Kerrigan is going to die, but looks like she bought just enough time for the Dragon Knight to be taken by the red team. So this is their second Dragon Knight, 11:35 in. They have 4 members of the red team are pushing the mid right now to 3 members of the blue team. Both sides are pretty close to dead. Well, I shouldn't say pretty close to dead, but they are about half health. Gazlo and Vala just respawned. So the red team is going to be at a bit of a disadvantage, especially with these giants down here pushing this lane. They should probably send somebody to take care of those. Gazlo comes out to try and get something going off. He just shoot Tassadar with his death laser. Asmodan needs to move out of there. Puts down his little General of Hell to try and push someone back. Asmodan burrows out of there. Or Nubrak, excuse me, burrows out of there. Looks like the Dragon Knight. Oh, a couple more swipes and he could have had that, but he chooses to play it safe and get out of the bottom lane instead, trying to save his life. Looks like a Nubrak is mounting up. Zeratul's heading for those Knights at the moment. This fort barely survives there as those 2 giants crumble into dust and rock. Most of the red team is down here, along with 4 members of the blue team. Shakana goes off and it hits just about everyone. Almost kills Tychus, gets him fairly low on health. A Nubrak burrows over there, but now it's Falstad and the Nubrak versus 4 members of the blue team. But the red team comes in and the blue team spread out. 2 of them go down, and now the tables have turned. It is 3-on-2. I mean, originally it was 2-on-4. So looks like Vala almost dies as well. Tychus is pretty low. Vala is probably going to check out, go all the way back home. Maybe she'll use the well. Nope, she's going to Hearthstone home, which is a bit of a waste considering she can just walk faster than the Hearthstone channel would be. Still have 4 members of the enemy team down here, 3 down here. 3 members of the red team, I should say. Kerrigan is moving up and around. Looks like we have a night camp right here that needs taking. Night camp's moving in there. This guy needs to get the memo to move on. I love his little rose on his staff. Is that a rose? That is a rose. Let's zoom in and check that out. That is pretty cool. So we have red team is controlling the mercenaries really, really well in this game, which is pretty awesome. They're capturing multiple camps at the same time. Gazlo's trying to do the best damage control that he can do. Zeratul's in there. Double singularity strike takes out the keep. Really nicely done on that. There's about 9 seconds left on these giants. Let's see if the red team will set up a team fight here. Maybe they can set up a trap. It'll be interesting to see. Tychus is the only member of the blue team currently down here. Gazlo is also down here as well. Tychus should go down. They both go down. Primal Grasp and Impaling Blades made that kill possible. I think we have a couple of giants right here that will go down and go to work for the red team. So they're doing a really, really good job of keeping Gazlo in check, keeping him from really taking off with his abilities. Looks like Zeratul's here. Fighting Nubrak and Kerrigan. She could have gotten a Primal Grasp off there. Looks like we have... Oh, that is interesting. I'm not really sure what happened there. It looks like I can see Zeratul's searing attacks in here, and I can't actually see anyone else. Oh, that's really odd. Zeratul puts a Void Prism down to keep himself alive, and now there's 2 members of the blue team trapped here against 4 members of the red team. And that is... Oh, Kerrigan's not going to make it out. Shocking off. Finishes her immediately. And Nubrak is coming around trying to catch Zeratul out. Decloak him there with the Burrow Charge. Maybe they can do something. Looks like Kerrigan's going to take the Dragon Knight right before Nubrak can stop it. Now we have 4 members of the 3 red team down here with 2 giants pushing this bottom lane pretty well. The Dragon Knight is moving towards the middle uncontested. Here comes the blue team in response to that. Zeratul's going to get out of here. Now if we take a look at some of the damage dealt, you see Vala really starting to pull ahead for the blue team, and Zeratul starting to pull ahead for the red team. I mean, that's pretty typical, especially with the team composition that the blue team has. They have a Nubrak who can get into the thick of things. Like Kerrigan goes down for the red team. This is actually turning out to be pretty bad news for the red team. Volking up there, though they may overextend. They probably shouldn't overextend. Zeratul comes out. Odin Tychus is going on. Asmodan goes down immediately. And now it is 3-on-5 with the blue team knocking at our door. Looks like a Nubrak is moving around, wanting to try and get somebody. So it's normally to be expected. Tychus can usually deal out a little bit more sustained damage than Nova, but they're both very, very, very top-notch assassins. Both very good. Looks like the red team does have their ultimates at this time. Has their level 20 talents. So we have Hive Master from a Nubrak, Falstad with Blast of Awe, Zeratul with Bolt of the Storm. Interesting choice right there, considering he already has a blink that is on a lower cooldown. So looks like both teams decide to back out without any serious damage being done. If we look at what's going on in the fights here, looks like Kerrigan wants to move down there. And Nubrak's moving in. So if we take a look at the damage, the blue team is actually doing a little bit more damage, all things considered. At least individual heroes on the blue team are doing much more damage, but overall I believe the red team is a little more consistent. We have a big push going in here on the bottom. Kerrigan is picking up these giants on the very bottom of the lane. Kerrigan, Tychus, and Asmund are going to get hit, except the Void Prism keeps them alive. Gazlo's moving around, trying to find what he can do. Strafe there from Blue Vala is going to do some serious damage. Asmund needs to get out of there, puts up his shield, and Burrow charges away. So it looks like the red team did come off better in that fight, although it could have been very, very interesting. We have 4 seconds left on these giants. I believe the red team wants to take those ones. Kerrigan's moving over here, already working on that side of Giants. Maybe we can do something about this. Anubrak puts his shields up, and hopefully the blue team doesn't come in here. Tychus gets word of what's going on, and he wants a piece of it. Between Asmodan and Anubrak, they almost take him down. Odin comes up. Kerrigan jumps in there, and the Giants do go to the red team. We can probably back out now. You see the Odin blowing up right there. So the fact that our Anubrak did not die was pretty huge at that point. So Kerrigan's going around trying to take out some of these mercenaries. I'm going to move my mic back just a tad. So Gazlo wants to come in along with most of the other team, actually. Kerrigan goes down immediately. 1,500 experience to the red team. Or to the blue team, I should say. Blue team manages to secure those knights, but the red team has a Dragon Knight. So I'll take Dragon Knight over mercenaries basically 100% of the time. Looks like the Dragon Knight's actually in the web right here. So that's pretty huge. Anubrak's moving out, trying to get Falstad down. So Asmodan's pushing back those knights, trying to do something there. Bottom fort went down to these 4 giants. So, I mean, this mid fort should go down too. So the red team responded to pressure in the middle from the heroes, and they did not respond properly to the pressure from the bottom lane of the giants. And you can really see how much that cost them. It cost them 2 keeps. At the moment, looks like the oh, come on, get out of there, get that. Oh, he punts Anubrak out of there. And maybe he'll be able to get away. I believe it's Zeratul in there. Is that who it is? Yeah, let's look at the names here. It's Zeratul, Vonastar. Yes, it is Zeratul. So he'll be able to do quite a bit. Anubrak bursts it down, and probably wasn't the smartest idea to chase Zeratul, but he puts him in a web. And then Tychus shows up, looks at all these crossing paths on the mini-map. We have Tychus and Kerrigan moving into a 4-on. Ooh, that's really bad for me. Oh, that was really, really bad for me. So I'm like, oh. Well, that was interesting. Gazlo's moving around, trying to take these knights up top. Looks like Zeratul's got a read on what he's doing. Kerrigan is helping him out. Extremely greedy of them. Looks like Falstad is coming in to help out. Now they have a 3-on-4. That shock and awe is going to completely crush them. Gazlo's body just goes flying, and Kerrigan runs into the tree. And those knights turn to the red team, so it was actually pretty greedy by Gazlo. I can see why he would want to do it. Given the state of the game at the moment, he needs to take some risks, and that was a pretty good one to take. Unfortunately, it just didn't work out for him. It's like Tychus is going to go down here, so we have 4-on-1 at this point. They're wiping most of the team. That burrow charge gets him out of there. He goes right through the unpassable terrain, but now the red team is catching up with that Void Prism. Vala and Anubrak will be stuck, although Vala should get away with between a Bolt of the Storm and a Tumble, but she goes down immediately. Right after that, too bad you can't get away from Zeratul, who has Blink and Bolt of the Storm. So that ended up working out pretty well for him, all things considered. Yeah, I really didn't think taking Bolt of the Storm for him was a good idea, but it just secured him a kill right there, so what do I know? So we have the red team attacking the core, 4 members of the blue team dead. This should end the game right here. Let's see, we have 30 seconds, 10 seconds on the shrine. Gazlo's coming out. This is a last-ditch effort by the blue team, but I don't think it's going to be enough, and there goes the core. So if we pause our video right here and we take a look at our endgame stats, I mean, Vala and Zeratul both ended up with roughly the same amount of hero damage. It's just that if you look at Anubrak has 16,000, and also our Anubrak's 18,000 damage of healing, or 28,000 healing. They focused on our Anubrak much better than the enemy teams, and they focused on our Anubrak more than we focused on theirs. And you can see the difference in how that worked right here. 28,000 to 11,000 healing. That's a pretty large difference. 17,000 could have been the difference in the game. Also, the amount of hero damage that Anubrak is putting out is fairly low compared to ours. And just across the board, we pretty much have higher damage than the rest of their team. So that was probably the biggest difference, was they focused our Anubrak and we didn't focus theirs. We burst down Vala and Gazlo. You can see Kerrigan was the one who actually died the most, so we burst down Kerrigan the most. on their team. Oh, okay, Gazlo was the one who died the most, excuse me, but these two, focusing them down made it much, much easier to take on Tychus and Nubrak and Vala. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. I'll be doing more replays, and like I said, if you want me to cast replays, please send high-level games to SaunicheGaming at gmail.com. That is all one word. I will put the email in the link, or I'll put a link to the email below. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and let's see what the rest of this video has for us. I'm not really sure what the end of a game looks like in a replay. I've never tried it before. So we have 14 seconds left until we get to see what happens. Looks like everybody left the game at this point. Is it going to end on us? Come on. Come on. You know you want to end. Oh, I guess it just ends right there. Which is replay complete and leaves the spinning wheel of... That's the spinning wheel of death. I'm not sure I like seeing that at the end of a replay. Anyway, like I was saying, if you want... if you have any replays to cast, please send them to SaunicheGaming at gmail.net or .com. I will happily take a look at them, and we can put them on YouTube together. So I will see you guys later.